Hello and welcome back to another podcast from the Gallifrey Station. In this episode we will be covering all news I know for the 60th anniversary. So, David Tennant, Catherine Tate, Bernard Cribbins and the woman who plays Sylvia Noble is returning for this big series. And Neil Patrick Harris is playing the biggest villain, the Toymaker. And also, these three specials will be airing in November, and David Tennant will be regenerating into Ncuti Gatwa. Also, I've been speculating. Everyone's been speculating. So in the trailer, there's Beep the Meep. I don't know if that's just a memory. We don't know if that's just we don't know if that's an actual character from the series. So Beep the Meep will be making an appearance. And can you remember in the last episode where I read you some magazine extracts? Well, I'm going to read you some more today. While I find my page, you can always go and rewatch the beginning to get your information for the 60th. Let's start with Daniel Anthony, aka Sarah Jane Adventures class Joker Clyde Langer, speaks to Emily Cook about adolescence, ageing, and strange noises in the attic on 13 Bannerman Road. Back in the day, I didn't really watch Doctor Who, confesses Daniel Anthony. I was 18, so I was more interested in going out and partying at that age. I'm definitely a fan now, though. The Doctor Who world has taken me under its wing, and it's lovely. Danny, eldest of the Sarah Jane Adventures young regulars, entered the show in his late teens. I left college at 17. I went to the Brit School, but I got a job while I was there and I couldn't do the acting job without leaving the Brits. So I had to either say no to the job and carry on studying, or leave to do the job and start my whole 2-year course again. I decided to jump out to the big wide world and pursue acting. Then came along Sarah Jane. We all grew up on that show in a way. Most of the crew were a lot older, so we'd go to him for life advice. Liz gave the best advice of all. I could go to her for a lot of things. She was so calm and such a consummate professional. Her dedication was incredible. She always had her sides and her notes. I took so much from her. She was a real mother hen on set. I know everyone says this all the time, but it was like one big family. But it's God's honest truth, and that's why we cared so much and put 1,000% into it. Is it possible to pick just one memorable behind-the-scenes moment? Every day there was something memorable, says Danny. There were constant laughter. It kept us all upbeat. We never felt sad on set. I can't remember even having a bad day. One of the things that will always stick out for me is when we got gunsed. We had it in Series 1 when the Slovene exploded, but I remember there was another time when we were all in the attic for Series 3, The Gift. We were told we couldn't laugh because we had one shot at it. Okay, that's all I'm going to read out of that extract. Now there's another one with the woman who plays Rani, if I can find it. So basically what happened in that one, after that he was just talking about the Sarah Jane Adventures and his best memories. Okay, now we are going to be reading some of the interview with the one who plays Rani, Anjali Mohindra. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. Not for the first time, Angie Mahindra is in Cardiff shooting the science fiction series The Second Season of Sky's The Lazarus Project, in which Angie plays Archie, is currently in production, but it was another Cardiff-based sci-fi show that launched her career 15 years ago. Every time I hear that, says Angie, it shocks me. I feel like yesterday we made the Sarah Jane Adventures. I think that's because in so many ways it's such a relevant show, and so universal in terms of its emotional heartbeat. I still feel very connected to it. Angie played Rani Chandra from 2008 to 2011. Our characters were so well defined that hanging out with those four, Rani, Clyde, Luke and Sarah Jane, felt like they were your mates. They have such clear love for each other, and that's testament to the writing. As I'm getting older, she adds, I can really appreciate the emotional depth of Russell T Davies' writing. As executive producer, Davies has a huge influence on the series style. Even though it was a children's sci-fi show, the subjects were handling like homelessness and unlikely friendships were huge, but they were layered in so seamlessly. Russell's become a friend for life. He's such a champion of people he's worked with. He'll watch the things I do and always send such incredible support. Wow, that was a great extract. Also, there is a advertisement for a shop called Who Won. 2 seconds, let me just find it. It's in the Isle of Wight. It looks actually very good. Oh, there it is. So, it's called Who Won? For all things Doctor Who since 1989. I think it's around Sandown, to be honest. So if I was you, I would pop there and have a little look. It's open from Tuesday to Saturday at 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And you can also order it online. I might actually look on the website and do a review of it at some point. Alright, and also, so on the channel, there is some figure reviews and my Doctor rankings. Because of that, so it says one was 1 month ago. So this channel used to be something else. Yes, I know. But that's just the Doctor Who videos from there carried on to here. And that old channel that used to be this will never probably return. There might be a guest appearance at some point, but I don't know. So, sorry about the awkward silence. Also, there is a audio drama called Beyond Bannerman Road with Daniel Anthony and Anjali Mahindra. It's like after Sarah Jane died. Also, if you haven't seen Farewell Sarah Jane, I would not watch it. It's on YouTube, but it's the saddest thing in the whole entire universe. It's like the saddest Doctor Who episode I've ever seen. Sadder than Doomsday. Sadder than when, Doomsday's really sad. When Rose gets sucked into that other universe. I was sobbing my eyes out when I watched it. Alright, back to the 60th anniversary. Right, as I say, it's coming in November on BBC One, BBC iPlayer, I reckon, and it's also being on Disney Plus for the rest of the world, apart from the UK. It might be on it there in the UK, but the UK's BBC One exclusive. Yeah, it's exclusive to BBC One in the UK. So, also on here it says there's a thing called Masterful with, I think, all of the actors who've played the Master. It's a It is an audio drama, which I reckon would look good. So, okay, the Doctor Who magazine is really hard to find. I found it at Tesco's, or I think it's Tesco, Sainsbury's, or Asda for the Doctor Who magazine. Oh, my time's up. So, I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you've enjoyed this. And please return and subscribe. Thumbs up to every video, and I'll see you next time.